Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's talk about the news from the Monster Freak 2020 event. And although I haven't been playing the game a ton, and I've been making almost no videos about it, it's still my favorite game. And I really consider it a part of my life. And yesterday, the live stream, it was like 11 hours or something. I watched every minute of it, and I loved it. All the people that are involved with the game, whether they're in the company or they're YouTubers, I really feel like they're friends. I feel like I know them so well. I've been watching them for at least 5 years, so it's pretty crazy. But anyway, let's go through the news. First, there was an announcement, or last rather, there was an announcement for ExFlight Park. And I think a lot of people were considering this Monster Freak 2020 as a replacement for ExFlight, partly because of the coronavirus. But they announced that they are going to be doing it in October, and then depending on coronavirus, then it'll either be a live event or online again. My guess is it'll be online again, but that's very cool. Okay, and then we have the new Transcendent forms, and first one here is Pandora. I have kind of a history of Pandora. I never really liked her. And I remember earlier that year, they released a character, Birthday, and I was very against that character because it's just this cute little girl. And I'm like, who are these people that are fans of little girls? The only people that should be interested in little girls are their parents. That's my opinion anyway. But anyway, never really liked Pandora. I never really liked how her Ascension version played, which is just it's kind of like a Lucifer 2.0, a balanced dark character that you just park, and then that you bring to quests regardless of gimmick. And then you would use her bump combo, the follow-up Piercer. Also, I never really liked the follow-up Piercer. It was difficult for me to use, and I never really enjoyed using it. But I really liked her evolution form, her abilities and things, but I didn't like the illustration for the evolution form, so I always never liked the character, but with this new form, I think I can come around to her. I think I can use her a fair bit. And then a lot of people were hoping for a kind of a double version of her. I don't think she needed it because, again, I was never a fan of how the Ascension played, and I'm glad that they went with the Evolution version, but with some kind of flavor from the Ascension. But again, she is a Dark Bounce, and then abilities are Minesweeper EL, which is very crazy. Every hit that she does with a mine will do 3 times the damage, and then Super Null Gravity Barrier, still one of the best abilities in the game. And then people like Solomon Evolution, I'll use her just because she has the Super Null Gravity Barrier. She's really good for that. And then on the gauge she has Drain and then Gives Barrier. Drain is great, it can give you full life if you can pinch with her in somewhere. And then Giving Barrier, difficult to use, but can be useful. And then a bump combo, she keeps the Energy Burst 6 from her evolution form, which is not great and it's difficult to use. But her main is a new bump combo. It's the Follow-Up Piercer, but it goes in 3 directions. And so it'll be easier to use. And then I tried it a little bit this morning, and it's one of those bump combos that's fun to watch. I'm a fan of those kinds of bump combos, so I can definitely see myself using her. And then Strike Shot, this might be the most disappointing thing about her, but it's pretty much the same as before. She'll throw the box, Pandora's box, at whoever she aims at, but the range of it will be extended to the left and right. So if you are aiming from one corner to the opposite corner, you can kind of hit everybody on screen, which is great, but the damage is not that high. I think a lot of people were hoping for the Gungnir Alpha Strike Shot. Pandora did not get that. But still, really interesting. And again, I'm glad that they went with the base of the evolution form. And then this artwork, this is among my favorite of hers. Again, I never really liked the evolution artwork, but this is much better, I would say. And then it has kind of a feel of the, I don't know, the spiritedness, I guess you could call, of the Ascension version. So that's pretty cool. And then there's the New Year's version, which I don't like as much as the regular, but I have both, so I'll make both. And then her bump combo, she's still shooting out the shuttlecocks from her racket game, so that's cool. Okay, next is Uriel, Transcendent Kai, and then she did get the split forms, and I'm personally really happy about this. I think a lot of people are disappointed by her abilities, but I'm happy about it. But the Heaven version on the left, she is still Pierce with null gravity barrier, super null wind, and null damage wall. So the places where you're going to use her are going to be pretty much the same. But that's fine by me, because the content that I've been doing the most regularly has been the tower, and then Uriel's great in the tower, so I really look forward to using her in there. Strike shot remains the same, the regular command strike shot, and then the bump combo, she gets the energy circle L, and then the lock-on hit all laser EL. That's the same as Excalibur Evolution, so should be pretty good, should be excellent for the tower. And then the Hell version, which I'm maybe more excited about, but this is Pierce, super null gravity barrier, null block, that's a new null ability for her. And then on the gauge, counter Slayer. The addition of null block makes her great for Idea, who I was thinking of making the max luck for anyway. And then I also pulled Abil recently, so I have a very strong team for Idea now. So that'll make making the max luck of him more fun. Bump combos stay the same. She gets a attack up and then a speed up. Those are both nice support abilities. And then I think you still want to really use her with a character with a blast bump combo, so she can take advantage of those for herself as well. And then strike shot remains the same. She will tackle and then take away some of your HP, and then do like some multiplier of that on the boss. A lot of people feel like this is the weakest part of her, but at 8 turns I really like it. It's got some interesting utility. You don't lose a whole lot of HP, but you can like work on positioning, you can get around the magic circles, possibly damage walls and stuff, so yeah, I like the strike shot. I don't think she's going to be super usable in a ton of places, but I'm going to enjoy using her. Okay, and then we have the movie version of her Heaven artwork, which I have. That looks very nice. And then another Transcendent form, here is Sasaki Kojiro. I don't have her unfortunately, so I can't use her, but she looks like she's going to be good for Shin Amaterasu, whom I still have not beat, so if I pull her, maybe I want to use her in there. Just as a side note, one of my favorite characters from Fate Stay Night, it might have been that or it might have been Fate Zero, was Sasaki Kojiro. It's interesting because like the character was like aware that it was like a vision that was like summoned, not an actual person, just a vision. And not only that, but like an idea, like the idea of Sasaki Kojiro rather than the actual person. And like the character was like grappling with, you know, kind of not having an identity. It was really interesting. I really want to go back and watch that again. But Bounce, Minesweeper L, Null Wind, Null Block, and then Deity Slayer L. And then just that Deity Slayer L by itself might make her useful, even in quests where she does not have the null abilities. Bump combo is the 8-way laser EL, that's very strong, and the super lock-on Pierce Wave, which I am a fan of. And then Strike Shot is interesting, 8-turn counterattack mode. And so with the very high damage of her bump combos, but then also the Deity Slayer, that could give her pretty good damage from her counterattacks. I think it'd be interesting to try her out. Okay, then we have the Transcendent Kai version of Sanada Yukimura. The big news with her, she'll pick up Null Warp in addition to Null Gravity Barrier. She keeps the Counter Slayer, one upgrade to her Strike Shot. Before it was extra damage on characters with gravity barriers, now will be like a Nirai Kanai, where she'll pick up the Slayer for the first character that she hits. So that will raise her versatility. Bump combo kind of stays the same. It's the rebound spread and then the rebound shot, so it's okay. I do have her, so I can use that. And then Sword Art Online, the second collaboration. I think a lot of people were hoping for a collaboration where it was the first time, but I'm a fan of the second and third times because you can get upgrades to the old characters, which I have, so it's very exciting. But new characters will be Arisu, Yujiro, and Berukuri. These are characters from the new series, which maybe started last night along with the Monster Freak event. I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it. And then Sword Art Online is a show that I really like. I've watched the 3 seasons. It's kind of one of those things where I am a fan, but I'm a little hesitant to say I'm a fan because there are people that love this to death, and I just like it a lot. I feel like I'm not a true fan, but I really do like it. And then, let's see, there are some 4-star Hatcher monsters. I'll do the 10-shot in order to get them. I'm not going to aim for any of the 5-star Hatcher monsters, but if I get them, I'll use them. And then I'll talk about more what they do once they are in the Monsterpedia, and then the collaboration starts. I'll just do a collaboration overview like I always do. And let's see, there's a Super Extreme quest. And then the old Hatcher monsters will get new forms. Super duper excited about this. Kirito looks very strong. Asuna, I'm glad that she went back to the brown hair. And then Shinon, who might be my favorite character of all of these from the Sword Art Online show. And then all the drop monsters will be back. I'll be making the max luck of Yuki, who I skipped last time. At the time, I had not watched the 3rd season of Sword Art Online, but now that I've seen it, I have to make her max luck. Okay, breakdown of the characters. Again, I'll talk about them later. And let's see. Oh, there will be another Super Extreme where you can get a new form of the drop version of Asuna and Kirito. They haven't talked about what these characters can do yet, so we can look forward to that. Okay. Update to the game, version 18, that's pretty crazy. Here, this is really interesting. They will allow you to play the old Impossible quests with the monsters that were available at the time of its release. This is a wonderful idea. It'll be very nostalgic and also really challenging, I think. This will be a lot of fun. And then before they released kind of super hard versions of Izanami. That was kind of a cool idea, but in practice it wasn't that much fun. This is going to be more fun to use those old characters. And then they even have 3 difficulty levels where they give you different characters. Like level 1 here, this is the easiest. It gives you a bunch of Hatcher monsters. The second one, they also give you Hatcher monsters, but not as good. And then third, it's like all drop monsters, and then 1 not very good Hatcher monster. So this will be fun. I might put up videos of that. And then, if you can clear all of these different difficulty levels of the first 5 impossible monsters, you'll get these different badges. I don't care about the badges, but I just want to try out all 3 of the difficulty levels. I'm fairly confident that I can beat them all, but we'll see. Let's see, they'll update the user interface on the main screen. They will update the Ascension materials for the stuff, that's fine. They'll give you a guaranteed gold if you get the mini-boss in the temple, that's nice. And then during battle you can see more of the stats. I don't know if I really need that. For the monster spot, if you are subscribed, if you're a Monpass member, you'll get the plus version of all of the benefits. That's kind of crazy and broken. I've actually unsubscribed from this service, but if coronavirus ends and then they reinstate like the spots around your neighborhood, then I think I'll become a member again. Getting the plus on everything is pretty crazy. And then you can look at the schedule as a widget in the home screen. That's pretty cool. And then they will have like Academy Awards for Monster Strike, where you can submit a video that you've made about the game. I'll think about if I have a video good enough to submit here. And what else? lots of rewards here. And that might be it. Alright, so that was my rundown of the Monster Freak news from yesterday. Very exciting stuff. I don't think I'm going to be doing individual reviews of the new like transcendent forms and stuff. Probably the next Monster Strike video I do will be about the Sword Art Online collaboration. Okay, thanks for watching and we'll see you again. Take care.